Alright guys, this is Indian Tact again. Now, I'm still driving through beautiful Maryland. And why I'm driving through Maryland? Well, I kind of live here. And I love this state and this country. But I do have one, complaint, along with several complaints towards immigrants, those who come from India or Pakistan or wherever, and I'm one of them. So I have kind of complained for people like me. So bear with me, and this is my one of the biggest complaints I have is when you are an immigrant. I don't care you're Chinese, Korean, Vietnamese, Indian, Pakistani, Sri Lanka, Bangladeshi, whoever you are. And you will find every kind of a person here in this country. What the hell is wrong with maintaining your lawn? I mean, seriously. Why can't you maintain a lawn like that? Right? I can guarantee you, I can drive around in any neighborhood and I can point out that this house belongs to an immigrant. And 95% of the times I will be dead right on. Because it's so easy, it's so predictable. You look at you look at some crappy lawn, it belongs to an immigrant. They are from Africa, they are from any part of the world. And it kind of
At the next freeway entrance, turn right onto the MD32 East.
It kind of affects me because when I came to this country, I lived in an apartment, then I bought a house, and when I bought a house, I started maintaining the lawn, and I had a very tough competition. I had a very tough competition from my neighbors, because the neighbors on my both sides are retired and they're American. Actually, one of them is semi-retired and another one is fully retired, and they work like 4 hours, 3 hours on their front lawn, on their backyard and everything. And
now at the next freeway entrance, turn right onto the MD32 East.
And they work very hard, and their grass is lush and plush, dark green. The flower beds are perfectly maintained. And I was surviving. I was like fighting to keep my grass. I will be happy if a grass will be light green. And I have a sprinkler system at my home, so I turned on.
Proceed on this freeway for 20 miles.
I turned up the frequency of my sprinkler system, so it will water the grass 6 times a week. But it's like I didn't get good results. So 1 year my lawn looked like better than the examples I'm giving, like immigrants, but it wasn't anywhere close to my neighbors. So I started doing research. I started talking to people. And do you know there are like 20 different kind of fertilizers you can buy from one shop, and all of them go on your grass, but everyone has a different nutrition value, and each one of them does a different thing to your grass, turf. I didn't know that. I'm reading at those nitrogen, phosphate and potassium, numbers on the fertilizers, the bags of fertilizers, and it's driving me crazy. I said, how the hell am I ever going to understand what does it mean? Me being in India, the spoiled kid. We always had a gardener who will come and, who will take care of everything. I didn't have a rake. I didn't have anything. Now you come to my house, I have what? Let's see. I have 2 lawnmowers. I have 2 leaf blowers. I have got a hedge trimmer. I have got an edge trimmer. I have got a weed whacker. I have got 6 different kinds of shovel. I have got something that you can tap on, to press the compact the soil. I don't know what you call it. I have got a wheelbarrow. I have got a garden cart. I have got a snow blower. I have got a couple of different kinds of rake. I have buckets and buckets load of fertilizers and food for my lawn. And this all coming from a guy who never knew anything about anything. But you know what I did? I learned in this country. I spoke to people. I learned. I did research, and I said I'm gonna make my lawn something that I will be proud of. So I will tell you what I did, and maybe I'll just do a video about how I took care of my lawn. Maybe it will be a detail, because I'm good at maintaining a lawn now, to the point I have some of my friends, those who are born in this country, those who always had access to this stuff, they come and they look at my lawn and they ask me, what are you doing, and how did you do that, and how is your lawn better than mine, what should I do, what kind of fertilizer should I put. And I'm always helping them, but it makes me feel so proud. Here I am, an immigrant, who knew nothing about anything or any of this stuff I've never done before, but now I am the guy people go and ask. So, but let me go back to the the immigrant part of the thing, since that's how I started this video. So around my neighborhood there is like a family that looks like Bangladeshi or Indian, I don't know. So I see them, the lawn stands out from the whole neighborhood. First of all, they have like a 12-inch tall, a foot tall grass. And it's not even a grass, it's a shame to call it a grass. It's a weed, basically. Different varieties of wheat growing, but it's a green in color, so for them I think they call it a grass. And then you drive by it, it looks shabby, it looks like it's unoccupied, but then you see the garage is open, people are coming in and out from the house, cars are going in and out. So you say, okay, people live here, it's just that they haven't found time in 2 months to mow their lawn, to cut the grass. Okay. Then one day I'm driving and they cut the lawn like this low. The grass is like less than 2 inches, probably an inch. So it reminded me of my this guy in India who used to come to wash my car. His sole job was to come and wash my car in the morning. We had drivers, but drivers wouldn't wash the car because we had this guy who was specialist in washing the car, and he will come and wash our car every day.
Stay on MD 32 East.
So what he will do is he will keep growing his hair for like 2-3 months, and then one day he will come and his hair is like like really even less than half an inch short, like really like next to bald, right? And then for next 2 months, 3 months, he won't cut his hair. It's like his hair is like really big, his hair is like 4 or 5 inches. Then next day, one day, you will just see it's very short. So I think he was doing more because it was cheaper and cost effective, get a haircut 3 times a year instead of once a month. Or maybe he didn't like going to the barber. So he was saving all that, effort. But that's what I thought of. I said, so either you're gonna have a very tall grass or weed actually, or you're gonna have very short, because now you are thinking, okay, if I really mow it very close to the ground, I might get away with it for next 2 months without mowing it, right?
Proceed on this freeway for 10 miles.
But that's the problem. His lawn still looks crappy because he doesn't understand, or he's not putting enough effort to understand how the lawn works. You need to keep the grass tall. You need to keep grass at least 3.5 to 4 inches tall, because that's how it develops the root system. If you cut the grass too short, A, it will not chase down for finding the nutrients. B, it's gonna damage the root, because it will increase the temperature of the root system. If you have like taller grass, the roots stay comparatively cooler, and they get time. They don't burn. You shave the grass and leave 1 inches, it's gonna burn. Also, when you cut the grass too low, it doesn't grow very thick, and if it doesn't grow very thick, you have a problem where weeds keep popping out. So the best weed control for any turf is thick and lush grass. So if your grass is very thick, that will take care of the weeds. You won't have weeds. There are only 2 things that can survive. Out of 2, there is only 1 thing that can survive. It's either a good grass or weed. If you see weeds popping here and there, that means the growth of your grass in that area is not good. That's why weeds are coming. If the grass is good, it won't leave any spot for a weed to grow, or any nutrients for the weed to grow on. So my colleague was telling that he has a neighbor who's from Pakistan, and he had sort of same story, that these guys wouldn't be able to manage the lawn, and they keep it like the wife comes out, the kid comes out, the college kid comes out, the father comes out. 4 of them try, and they try to mow the lawn and everything, and he said it's just funny to see them, because these guys have absolutely no idea what they're doing. So I said, well, if I were you, I will just show them how to do it once. And he said, why should I do it? Nobody showed me, I learned it myself. So why should I show it to them? I said, yeah, well, you can do that, but if my neighbor is having a problem in maintaining a lawn, I will go and help him, and hey, I will go and even do it for him for a couple of times until he knows what to do, so that my house will also look good. Because if my neighbor has a crappy lawn, my house it's going to affect the look of my house also to some degree. So why do immigrants ignore their lawn? And a part of a reason is
Stay on MD 32 East.
I think this is the NSA headquarters coming. That black building. So why do we ignore, as an immigrant, why do we ignore the lawns? And I spoke to a couple of people. There's like this guy, he came from some part of Africa, and he bought a house, and of course the houses have front lawn and back lawn and everything. And I said, okay, so how are you gonna tackle the problem with your lawn and everything? Are you gonna how are you gonna start taking care of it? He said, yeah, what do you take care of it? I'll just mow the lawn. I said, yeah, but you need to put fertilizer, you need to put everything. No, I'm not putting
Proceed
anything.
on this freeway for 9 miles.
So he said, I'm not putting anything, and why should I put? I said, why not? He said, well, because it's a grass. It grows. I said, no, the grass doesn't grow on its own. Do you know how much money I spent on buying the seeds? You have to put the seeds of the grass, and even though my grass and my lawn is very good, I have to reseed it. You know, the fall season is coming. Now this is the time when I will reseed the lawn. I will put the seeds of grass and I will spread it using a spreader, broadcaster, and then I will put some topsoil on it, and with this cooler weather it's gonna, you know, develop new grass, and you know, it will fill up the spots, you know, wherever there is, or at least, you know, it will leave it, it will keep it like this, the way it is right now. And that's what I want. I don't want the lawn, you know, to be any less than what it is now. Come spring, I want it to be lush and plush like it is right now. So he said, oh, it's a grass. Who buys seed for a grass? Grass grows on its own. I said, no. And you know, he kind of argued with me, and I said, all right, you know, it's your house, it's your lawn. You want to do it the way you want to do it, I'm fine. I mean, you know, but if this is what you think, that you don't need seeds to grow the grass, then all right. There are like 6 different varieties of grass you can grow in this part of the country. You need to know which kind of grass you need to grow. I grow I put a blend of tall fescue and Kentucky bluegrass, because tall fescue is kind of a very nice feel to it. You know, it looks very nice. But tall fescue also has a problem that it grows in clumps. You know, so you spread it and you will see like there is a big, you know, lump of grass there, and then there is a clump of grass there, and in between there is like, you know, nothing going on. So when you blend tall fescue and Kentucky bluegrass, it's kind of blends in and it looks better. The blades are similar, you know, to look at, and so he wouldn't, you know, want to do anything. Then I said, all right, so you know, can't really force you over there, right? And this is what I have heard from other people also, other immigrants, like this. Yeah, you know, lawn work, I don't like it, and you know, why should we do it? It's like a work every, you know, day. And say, you know, it is a painful work until you run away from it. Once you start doing it, you will love it. And I do it. I mean, you know, I mow the lawn every week, because this kind of, if you have to mow the lawn every week, that kind of tells your growth, your root system is good. If you don't have to mow the lawn for 2-3 weeks, that means, man, you have a problem. Either it's a cold weather or you have a problem. So I stopped mowing around November, I think. Yeah, around November I had to stop mowing because the grass goes into the dormant season, you know, it won't grow. And then I start mowing somewhere around April or March, depending on how long the winter lasted. So I apply 4 times I apply fertilizer of one kind, and then 2 times I apply special kind of fertilizer, and 1 time I apply iron, and 1 time I apply lime. So you see how many applications I just said? 4 times fertilizer, 2 times specialized fertilizer, 1 time iron, 1 time lime, right? So, and this is on the top of reseeding, which happens every year or twice a year around spring. You know, I'm filling up some parts of the lawn where I think the grass can do better, or definitely fall. And once you do it, once you learn about it, you know the science behind it, then you start enjoying it. Then you see your results right away. You say, yeah, I did that thing there, and people said if you do it like this, the grass will grow nice, and when you see it and you see the results and you like it, you say, yeah, you know what, that worked. So it's very satisfying, it's very giving, you know, when you take care of the lawn. And once you start taking care of it, you enjoy, you look forward. I cannot you won't believe, there have been times when I wait, like, oh, it's night, I want to wait for morning so I can go and mow the lawn. I'm like looking forward for mowing the lawn because I enjoy it so much now. So and one of the best rewards was, you know, my neighbor who has been a champion, he has the best lawn. Even now he has the best lawn, but he has years of, you know, he has years of experience behind him. So going Alright, I'm gonna take over from here. I have to make a couple of stops now. Unload some of the stuff that I bought to my friend's house. So that's why we are going in this direction. And I'll see you guys later. Peace.